welcome to She's No Ordinary Entrepreneur podcast. This has been a few years in the making. I've been saying that I'm going to do a podcast for the longest time. So for those of you that do not know who I am, my name is Laura Schiavone. I am ex-six-figure salon owner turned spiritual badass. I have been working in the self-development space for the past 5 years. Now, there's a great deal to my story, and I'm not going to be able to fill you in just one podcast. So I'm going to break it up. There's usually something weird that happens to me that has allowed me and kind of like forced me to go deeper into my spiritual path, my spiritual journey, and understand energetics and the quantum field and really our purpose here on this earth, which is to grow, to expand. Anyway, so my intention with this podcast is really for you guys, really to help you along your spiritual journey and use these spiritual lessons and what I know about quantum physics and energetics to apply this into your business so you can attract and magnetize and be and create more of a work-life balance within your businesses. Because I believe that putting the physical work in and taking action should only be 20% of what you do. The other 80% should be the mindset work, the working on your reactive behaviors to emotional triggers and learning the lessons so you can evolve and jump onto your future timelines and collapse time and bring your desired outcome, bring whatever you want into the present moment right now. It's also about enjoying the journey, but knowing that there's an easier way of doing business and it's not all about working hard and business is hard and feeling pressure and stress. There is a better way. I want you to think back to 2020 when we got forced into our first lockdown. I, at the time, had a hair and beauty salon and had no idea what was going to happen. But what I did know was I needed £50,000 to keep my salon open because we had a lot of overheads. They were quite high. The landlord didn't care. Didn't care that we had no income coming in. I had to pay the rent. I didn't want to get into a position because we didn't know how long we were going to be closed for. I didn't want to get into a position where I didn't know if I could keep the girls in a job or not. So I had about 10 staff members at the time, I think. There was just a lot of weird things happening around that time. For example, my sister had become a full-on psychic who spoke to dead people. So I was being awoken to a whole new life, one that we had been kind of told that there was no such thing as, right? And there was always a part of me that believed there was something greater than us. There was something else there. But I was the kind of person that wanted to see it to believe it. And obviously I'd never seen it because it's all just energy. And, you know, if you're not tuned in, closed off to all the possibilities. However, so how old would I have been? I was 29. So I was 29 in 2020. And rewind back to when I was 18, so like 11 years previous, I got introduced to the book The Secret, which you probably all know about. It's a book on the law of attraction. So the law of attraction is only one universal law. There are many universal laws that are working to help us manifest what we want. So the universal law of attraction explains that like attracts like. So positive thoughts attract more positive thoughts, and negative thoughts also attract more negative thoughts. So this worked for me. This worked. I put on my vision board like I wanted a salon. Within 3 years, I'd had it, and loads of other things as well. The law of attraction I knew worked, but what I wanted to understand was how the fuck did it work? Because how can your thoughts attract things? So your thoughts attract positive thoughts. that attract more positive thoughts, which eventually result in a physical experience or a physical thing manifesting in your life. And I'm the sort of person that needs to understand everything. That I'm interested in anyway. I need to understand why and how this works. So the law of attraction, I thought this is the perfect time to implement this during the lockdown when I have no other way of manifesting £50,000. There is no other way logically that it can happen. I can't work. I can't bring in income. Let's see if this shit really works. Okay. And now I know what I know because my sister was going through what she was going through. There is definitely something greater out there. And it didn't quite, my questioning about the law of attraction wasn't fully explained. I didn't quite know the answer. So anyway, I decided that I was going to manifest £50,000 in 1 month. I didn't know how long we were going to be in this lockdown for, but I knew if we were in it for about 3 months, I'd need £50,000 to keep everyone in a job, to keep the salon open, to keep income coming in for me. And I researched it and I knew that for it to work, you have to have a strong purpose and a why behind the money. You can just manifest money. But if you want it to work, you have to be in purpose. There has to be a strong reason for it. And it's got to be a win-win for everyone, because if it's only a win for you and it's going to fuck somebody else up, then that's not for the highest good, because all parties are not winning. So I had a strong why behind it. My why was keeping the girls in a job, keeping me in a job. And also I thought, let me just throw in a third why here. I just knew like one day I'm going to be teaching people about this, or I'm going to be talking about this. So angels, universe, God, whatever you want to call it, this is my why. Eventually I want to use this story of manifesting £50,000 to wake people up. So people know that there is something greater out there, that I didn't just do this on my own. And look, here I am today telling my story. So I'm like, angels, universe, show me what you got. Show me what you can do. And I had so much faith. I had to lean on faith because there was no logical possibility. There was no logical way for this to happen. I had to really become certain that something was going to help me, and I just didn't know how, and I didn't know what. So I had to really dig deep and lean into faith. And I believed it. I just knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen for me. I didn't care how, I just needed the money. So I applied for loans. I kept getting rejected, obviously, because why is someone going to give me money when I've not got income? And, you know, the whole world's stopped. Then I tried to do lives. I'm thinking, how am I going to make this work? And in the end, I just kind of let go of how I was going to do it. And I just got into the vibe of £50,000. Because what I learned is you have to be an energetic match for the money. But firstly, to manifest £50,000, you just have to believe that you can manifest £50,000. So every single day for a whole month, I would get up every morning. I'd written it on the wall, not on the actual wall, but I'd written it on a bit of paper and stuck it on the wall. Thank you for £50,000. I've got £50,000. Every morning I'd wake up and I'd read it again and again until I really felt it in my body, because that is the embodiment and an energetic match of £50,000 is when you believe it, when you feel it in your whole body. When you feel it, that means your frequency is attuned to the same frequency as the 50,000, and that is what draws the money to you and closes that gap and closes that time gap. So every single day I celebrated, I've got £50,000. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I've got £50,000. I would jump around to kind of get the energy up. I would go into my sister's room and be like, oh my God, I've got £50,000. And even she would be like, oh my God, really? And I would be like, no, but come on, like, feel it with me. But she believed it that much because I was believing it. I created affirmations, and that is really all I did. However, I also had to clear the doubts. So the higher I raised my frequency and the more I got into the energy of this, the more the doubts came up. And I just had to dismiss them and transform them. So the doubts in particular were, I can't make this money, I can't receive this money. But that was quite easy actually for me to transform, because I was like, of course the angel is going to help me. Of course the universe is going to help me. It has to. I've asked for it. And if you ask, you shall receive. Like, there's no other way. That is a universal law. There is no other way for it. If you have a desire in your mind, then it's already done. It's already there. It's already in the vortex, in the spiritual realm that you cannot see. It's now your work. It was just my work to be a match to reveal it and to bring it to me. Other doubts I had to work through was the time thing. I had to work on the time frame, being 30 days and such a huge amount of money. Even the salon didn't earn that much money in a month's time. So this was something that I'd never even witnessed before. I'd never seen it happen. So I had to just really get my faith behind the support of the universe. So that was an affirmation that I repeated every single day, was I am supported. The universe supports me. I am supported. I am supported by money. I am supported. So I had to really believe that to my core. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I don't think there was. There was nothing else. It was just about being supported. I have to trust right now that what I need will be revealed to me, and I don't need to do anything because I'm truly supported. I put a reminder on my phone, thank you for £50,000. So every hour it would, or every couple of hours, it would remind me to get in the vibe and be grateful for £50,000. Be grateful for that the universe is helping me to keep my salon open, keep everyone in a job, help me fulfill my purpose, and help me to manifest this so I can use this as a story to help people with along their spiritual journey in the future. So weird things started to happen. I started getting phone calls from like suppliers telling me that they owed me refunds. When does that ever happen? I got called up about a grant, like I think it was like a £2,000 grant for an apprentice that worked for me like 3 years ago, like 3 years before that. It was just crazy, the sort of things that were happening. Money was dropping from thin air, from the sky, like it was random. Then Boris Johnson announces that we get bounce back loan. And I was like, this is it. This is where I'm going to get my money. And this was all within this month, right? So I applied for the bounce back loan. I was going to get £44,000. But everyone was getting their bounce back loans and I wasn't receiving mine. I was like, what the hell is happening? Like, why am I not getting the money? So I was checking my account every day, like, I need to surrender. I need to just stop checking the account. One day, went on a bike ride, biked to the top of this hill, and I just sat there for a bit and I'm just like, come on, angels, come on. I checked my phone. There it was. The £44,000 had just been dropped into my account. Whoop. Such an ad. But it was only £44,000. It wasn't the £50,000. You know what? I was like, I'm grateful for this because it was very close. It's the first time I've done it and I'm happy with this. I'm happy with £44,000. But then about a week later, something said to me, just check your account. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and watching my podcast. You do not know how much this means to me for this to be out there and for you to be supporting me. All I ask from you is to share this with somebody that you think will find it helpful, will take some value from it. Subscribe, follow me on Instagram, She's No Ordinary Entrepreneur, with _ in between each word. And just show me the love. Send me a message, drop me a message, tell me if you like this, and I will do more of them. And I look forward to connecting with you. I added everything up in the month of May, and I kid you not, every transaction that I'd received in the month of May added up to exactly £50,000, not a penny under. It was actually £50,000 and 88p. If I had a mic, hang on, I do have a mic. Hang on. Mic drop. And that was just getting in the energy of believing that receiving £50,000 was possible and having that faith and knowing I was supported, like changing my beliefs slightly that it could happen. But guys, that's not the end of the story, okay? Because it gets even better. So during the period that I was manifesting the £50,000, I lived with my sister and we thought it would be really fun if we manifested a hot tub because I don't know if you remember, think back, there was a bit of a craze with the lazy spas. So we wanted one. And we said, wouldn't it be cool if we manifested a hot tub? We didn't give a specific time frame, but we did say we want to manifest it for less than £199 because they'd like tripled the price or whatever because they were in such demand. So we decided that it was going to happen. And we didn't really do any work around this, but I do feel that I had done some pre-work because for some reason, I just wanted a hot tub for so long. And I had a hot tub on my vision board for about a year. And I think that visualization for me helped with this because we didn't do any affirmations. We didn't celebrate every day like I did with 50,000. And within 10 days, my sister got a phone call from her boyfriend and his parents were buying a new hot tub and for some reason asked him to ask us if we wanted their old hot tub for free. They didn't even know that we were manifesting that. We kept it to ourselves. So that happened very quickly. I have got a really cool story about curtains that I manifested, but I'll save that for another day. Because I manifested £50,000 so easily, I thought, if I can do that, I can do anything. I'm going to do it again. Why not? So the next month when we went back to work, I was like, okay, let me play around with this. I'm going to give it I'm going to give the universe a window. I want to manifest between £25,000 and £33,000. And we'd only ever made in the business in a month the low 20,000s. I think so that was the highest we'd ever made, was like around between 20 and £25,000 in a month. And I wanted to stretch us, really wanted to stretch us, because when we came back from lockdown, we had to social distance and I could only have half of my staff rotated at work at one time. So there was like half of the staff. So logically, it wouldn't really make sense for us to be able to make that amount of money with half of the team. End of the month came, £27,000. This made me think, if I could manifest money every single month, then I don't even need my salon. I don't even need my business to make money. I'm just going to manifest money. It was like the first week of August, and I was like, I'm done. There was something that happened at work that made me go, nah, it's time. I'm done with this. I weren't enjoying the salon. I weren't enjoying where I loved my salon, but I wasn't enjoying it anymore. And there was quite a few years of me contemplating whether I should even stay and keep it on anymore because my soul was not happy. I was dying inside. And it wasn't the salon's fault. It wasn't the salon. It was unhealed trauma that I hadn't healed from. So I was like, let's do this. I'm done with the salon and I've got 2 years left on my lease. I don't have the time to put this business up for sale and go through all the proper avenues. I ain't got time for it. Let me manifest new owners that are going to take over this business. And I want to be out here by the 1st of September. Now, what day do you think I handed keys over to new salon owners. If you said the 1st of September, you're wrong. It was the 31st of August. So what else did I learn from this? I learned that absolutely anyone can manifest anything that they want when they truly believe it's possible, when they truly believe they deserve it, and when they have a strong why and purpose behind it. I know that everybody, every single person on this earth can achieve anything they want through these energetic principles. What I also learned is that if you want to manifest a certain amount of money consistently, then your vibration has to also be consistent.